me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets.
To kick off for the Jets.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin. Things at the 25.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me was a jalabi. Barbados with the hustle pockets that I need. 57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And his first look is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tackled at the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that's caught by Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Singletary here running out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
By the Jets.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the first carry from Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Complete to
Brashad Perriman, 69 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good for
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And Diggs has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Singletary, the ball.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
Jets field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And that is no good. I hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Allen. Now he's forced out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Faking the give, Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guy, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th.
57, Mike, 57. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
And that'll set him back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll give this to Bell. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
21 yards.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Now a first down carry by Bell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Bills' 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Darnold from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Devin Singletary.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
By Marcus May. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
At the 47-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Allen finding Brown for a Bills first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Allen. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
13-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Berrios. Now the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Allen to throw.
44-yard line.
And the grab by Crom. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.